Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. I thought I'd mix up today's video and talk about 4 particular cities in the US and give you my honest thoughts about what's really happening in these markets here, because according to a new report from Redfin, they stated that Phoenix, Atlanta, Tampa, and Miami were obviously very popular with people relocating there. And also those cities there also are having the highest inflation rates across the country. So in these 4 metros, inflation actually increased by double digits. Phoenix, Arizona saw prices of goods and services rising by 11.3% on a year-over-year basis in the second quarter on average, the highest inflation rate of the metros in this analysis here. Atlanta, Georgia was the 12th most popular destination for people to move there. They also experienced the second highest inflation rate at 10.9%. Tampa, Florida was a 10.6% inflation rate, and Miami, Florida, the most popular destination for people to move there, had the highest inflation rate at 10%. Therefore, I found it to be very intriguing that these 4 cities here, Phoenix, Atlanta, Tampa, and Miami, were among the most popular destinations for people to move there, and they're also experiencing the highest inflation rates. So let's talk more about each of these areas here to see what's going on in their housing market right now. So here's Phoenix, Arizona over the past several years. I'm excluding 2020 in this analysis here, just looking at 2019 and 2021, and also this year as well. So the black line right here is 2022 this year. The orange line's 2021. The blue line's 2019. So let's have a look at Phoenix, Arizona right now and the number of new listings. So interesting to see that ever since basically May, they've had more new listings hitting the market compared to 2021 and also compared to 2019. And right now they have 8.1% more new listings compared to this time in 2021. So let's take a look at active listings in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm guessing you probably have wow, look at that. So they have a big increase in active listings in Phoenix. Right now they have approximately, wow, look at that, 43% increase in the number of houses for sale in Phoenix, Arizona compared to 1 year ago. So right now they have 18,000 houses for sale, more or less. And at this time last year, they had just under 13,000. And they're also getting very close to 2019's levels as well. So at this time in 2019, they had approximately 21,000 houses for sale. So a big increase of just over 42% of active listings in Phoenix. So let's have a look at pending home sales. Again, a pending home sale is when a home seller accepts an offer from a home buyer. So if Phoenix, Arizona has an increase of housing supply by 42%, if they have a whole lot of home buying demand, one would assume that pending home sales would be increasing. And honestly, I have not looked at this information yet, so let's take a look at this. Pending home sales, wow, look at that. Pending home sales decreased by 28% from 1 year ago, which is pretty astonishing because active listings have increased by 42%. So a big decrease in pending home sales, even though they're seeing giant increase in the number of houses for sale. So down 27.75% compared to 2021. So they're obviously seeing a big pullback in home buying demand right now because they're seeing more new listings and also a big increase of housing supply. So let's have a look at price reductions in Phoenix, because I'm guessing because pending home sales have been declining and active listings have been increasing, they're going to be seeing a lot of price drops there. Wow, look at that. They have a giant increase of price reductions in Phoenix right now. So right now the share by week is 13.1%. Compare that to this time last year, the share was only 4%. That's pretty astonishing. So, or 4.4%. So 4.4% all the way up to 13.1% in one single year. And by the way, this is by week. The correct way of looking at this, in my opinion, is to multiply this by 4. So this is really a percent drop of 13 times 4 of 52%. So of all the houses listed for sale right now, approximately 52% have had price reductions in Phoenix, Arizona right now. By the way, a lot of you guys know I've been multiplying this number by 4. So this weekly percent of price drops, again, 13.1%. I've been multiplying this by 4 in order to get the approximate share of price reductions by month, and actually emailed Redfin regarding this and they actually never responded to me. But my colleague here in Sacramento actually did email them regarding this, and they actually responded by saying that you do have to multiply this by 4 in order to get the monthly share of price reductions. And I know this is an odd way to share the percent change of active listings with price reductions, but that's just how they do it. In any case, this big increase of price reductions in Phoenix, Arizona, obviously is telling that home buying demand is decreasing greatly as there. So regardless of how you look at this is pretty astonishing that we have far more price reductions in Phoenix, Arizona compared to the past couple of years. And take a look at this because I'm guessing that home prices have started decreasing as well. Let's have a look at first active listings, or the median asking price for houses being listed for sale. So take a look at this. The median asking price has basically been more or less flat ever since April of this year. So that's why I'm guessing we're seeing more price reductions, because we're seeing a lot of overzealous home sellers, because we're seeing a strong pullback in home buying demand there. But the median asking price is basically flat over the past several months here. Let's have a look at sold prices though, because I'm guessing that has been decreasing. Yes, only slightly though, because it only started decreasing this month really. So right now they have a 16% year-over-year increase in the median sold price in Phoenix, Arizona, whereas it was 21% back in June. All right, to summarize Phoenix, Arizona right now, we're seeing an increase of new listings by 8.1% compared to a year ago, and active listings have shot up greatly. Look at that, 43% increase of active listings. And because of this pullback in home buying demand here, pending home sales have decreased. We're actually down compared to the past couple of years, and down almost 28% from 1 year ago. And because of this pullback in home buying demand right now, we're seeing a lot more price reductions, far more than the past couple of years. Okay, changing gears slightly, let's talk about Atlanta, Georgia, which is number 2 on this list here from Redfin. So new listings is basically on par with the past couple of years, only down 8% compared to this time in 2021. Not a big difference. Now let's have a look at active listings though. So new listings are down, which is very different compared to Phoenix, Arizona, which actually had a positive gain over the past couple of years. So let's have a look at active listings though. So active listings in Atlanta, Georgia right now, actually higher than this time last year. They're actually up 8.5%. So new listings are down, but active listings are up, but far less than 2019 though. Look at that. So this time in 2019, we had approximately 32,000 houses for sale, and now we only have 18,000 houses for sale in Phoenix. But I'm not really too concerned regarding housing supply compared to 2019, because for most parts across the country, we basically had all-time record lows for housing inventory. So if we were to increase from all-time record lows to basically 2019's levels for housing inventory, it would basically cause a big housing market correction because of this big disparity between all-time record lows to 2019's levels. Anyways, let's have a look at price drops in Atlanta, Georgia. Look at that. So even though they have far less housing supply now compared to 2019, they have far more price reductions. So right now the share is 7.8%. Again, we have to multiply this by 4. I don't know why you have to do this, but it's just how it is. 31%. So by month of the listings for sale right now in Atlanta, Georgia, approximately 31.2% have price drops. And this is obviously far higher than 2019 and 2021 as well. So 7.8% on a weekly basis compared to 3.7% 1 year ago. So the share has basically more than doubled in one single year. So obviously that's a huge increase of price drops in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's have a look at home prices. Let's look at the median asking price for houses being listed for sale right now. So home prices are actually up 18.53% for the median asking price home right now. That's an increase of 18.3% again, but compared to June, it was 23%. So this trend line has basically been declining ever since June of this year. Let's look at the median sold price though, because I'm guessing that's starting to decrease just a little bit. Yep, just a little bit. So back in the middle of June, I should say, the median sold price was $401,000. That was a 21% increase compared to 1 year ago. Now it's $395,000. That's an 18% increase from a year ago. Obviously a huge increase compared to 1 year ago, but not as high as the peak that was set at 21% just a month ago. Okay, changing gears again, let's talk about Tampa, Florida. So new listings in Tampa, Florida actually are higher compared to 2021 and also in 2019 as well. So right now they have 12.3% more new listings in Tampa, Florida compared to 2021. So more new listings. Let's have a look at active listings, which of course is housing supply, the total number of houses available for sale. So new listings are up. Also, active listings or housing supply is also up. Wow, look at that though, up 40% compared to 1 year ago. This is pretty astonishing. So they basically had very low levels back in March of this year, down 21 or 23% compared to 2021. But look at the big difference ever since basically April. Looks like, yeah, April, which is pretty interesting because in April, the average 30-year fixed surpassed 5% for the first time since around 2018. So ever since April, active listings have been increasing greatly. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Look at that, down almost 25% back in the middle of March, and now we're up 40% compared to 1 year ago. That's pretty crazy. So basically in a few months, they went from down 26%, now they're up 40%. So I'm guessing even though they're not even close to getting to 2019's levels, we're going to see a lot of price reductions. Take a look at this. So price drops in Tampa, Florida. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Wow. So active listings with price reductions right now by week is 13%. So approximately right now on a monthly basis, because I can't do math in my head very quickly, 52%. So on a monthly basis in Tampa, Florida right now, the percent of active listings with price reductions is 52%. Pretty crazy. By week, it's 13%. But look at this compared to 2021. In 2021, approximately at this time, it was 5.9%. So they basically have twice as much price reductions compared to this time in 2021 right now. Pretty crazy. So this is a similar trend we're seeing right now, right? We're seeing active listings not even being close to 2019's levels, but a lot of price reductions even despite that. So they have approximately 10,000 houses for sale in Tampa, Florida, but back in 2019, they had 16,000 houses for sale. But despite the fact we're not even close to 2019's levels, we're seeing a lot of price reductions. I'm guessing this is going to be affecting prices as well. Let's look at listing prices. Again, these are asking prices that people are asking for the houses. And this is one reason right here why they're seeing a lot of price reductions, because home prices have basically been flattened ever since the middle of May. And what this is telling me is that we're seeing a lot of price reductions in Tampa, Florida, but the asking prices have basically been level. Rather than plateauing out, this trend line should be decreasing. But because it's not decreasing, they're seeing a giant increase of price reductions. So in other words, there's a lot of overzealous home sellers right here because clearly home buying demand is decreasing. And because of that, we're seeing a lot of price drops. Let's have a look at houses that actually have sold though. Again, a lagging indicator. See, look at that. Home prices have been starting to decrease over the past couple of weeks here. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. But look at that. The median sold price is up 26% compared to 1 year ago, even though we're seeing this giant increase of price reductions in this area. Again, price reductions is a early indicator, a leading indicator of a housing market. And then home prices of houses that actually have sold obviously is a lagging indicator. So I'm guessing this trend line is going to be decreasing given the fact we're seeing a giant increase of housing supply and obviously a huge increase in the uptick of price reductions. What we're also seeing here in Tampa, Florida is a decrease in pending home sales. So remember, active listings are up big time. Look at that, up 40% compared to 1 year ago. But despite this big increase of active listings in Tampa, pending home sales have decreased 19.32% from 1 year ago. So it's very clear to me that Tampa, Florida is seeing this huge pullback in home buying demand because pending home sales have decreased despite the fact that active listings have absolutely skyrocketed there. So let's have a look at the number one migration city, Miami, Florida. So new listings, look at this, basically on par with 2021, only down 1.6%, but more new listings compared to 2019. So let's just say new listings are flat. Let's look at active listings though. So active listings are actually down 17.76% from 1 year ago, down 18% from a year ago, but down big time compared to 2019. What caught my attention though is not this decrease of 18% of active listings compared to 2021. Look at this though, because basically in the spring months, we basically had approximately almost 30% less houses for sale compared to 2021. Now it's only 18%. So in other words, the gap between this year to 2021 has been narrowing ever since the spring months of this year. So let's have a look at pending home sales in Miami, Florida. So active listings are down almost 18%. Let's have a look at pending home sales. So pending home sales are actually down as well compared to 2021. So pending home sales are down about 8% compared to this time in 2021, but higher than 2019. Let's look at price drops though. So price drops, wow, that's interesting. So price reductions right now are far higher than 2019 and also in 2021 as well. But the percent of price drops is obviously far lower than these other areas we were looking at, because the share right now is 3.9%, approximately what? 15 to 16%. So on a monthly basis, the share price reductions is around 15 to 16%, far lower than these other areas we're looking at. So let's have a look at home prices in Miami, Florida right now. Let's look at the asking price right now. The median asking price is basically, wow, 26% higher than 2021 right now. But back in, yeah, actually it's pretty much the same over the past several months here. So they basically have 26% higher right now, which is pretty crazy for houses being listed for sale right now. Let's look at the median sold price though. Median sold price is actually up 18% compared to 1 year ago. So right now, the median sold price in Miami, Florida is $482,000. Back in 2021, it was only $408,000. But look at this, 2019, let's look at that. 2019, it was $316,000. So basically in 3 years, they went from $316,000 to be their median sold price. Now it is $482,000. So comment below with your biggest takeaways from today's video. Also, if you guys got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys have an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.